that down, let's move on to this, shall we? You know, one of the biggest movie franchises, for good or for ill, in cinematic history is the Fast and the Furious franchise. And for me, the Fast and the Furious franchise has been a bit of an emotional roller coaster. I really did not like the first couple of Fast and Furious movies.
Me either.
I thought the first one was just a blatant plot point by plot point direct ripoff of the Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze film Point Break. And it was just literally just a pure ripoff of that movie. Right. I didn't really like 2. I didn't like Tokyo Drift.
I hated Tokyo Drift.
Oh, man. Tokyo Drift is not good.
I had a roommate. I didn't even get into it, but man, it's awful.
And then suddenly I saw 4 and I was surprised. I'm like, you know what? 4 wasn't bad. I didn't mind 4. And then the upswing began. We got into this streak of Fast and Furious films, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which I just loved. Loved all 3 of those. 5, 6, and 7 were great. I even really liked 8, although 8 was the beginning of you got to the peak of the roller coaster, and 8 was, you're still pretty high up there, but it was the beginning of the downfall, because then came 9, and 9 was hot garbage. And then came 10, which maybe wasn't as bad as 9, but still pretty bad. And declining returns at the box office. Still made money, but declining returns at the box office. So now we're looking forward to 11, and Vin Diesel just gave us an update that the writers that they had announced were writing Fast 11 are out. And the writer of Fast 10 is back. This comes from Screen Rant, who wrote this. The new movie is set for release in 2026 and was announced with writers Oren Uziel from The Cloverfield Paradox, which was a terrible movie, and Christina Hudson from The Flash, a movie that flopped terribly, but I really liked. However, Diesel took to Instagram to talk about Fast and Furious 11, seemingly confirming that the sequel is going to now be written by Zach Dean instead of Uziel and Hudson. He wrote this in a picture with him and Paul Walker. While doing ADR this week on the Universal lot for a beautifully written piece by Chris Morgan, I was reminded of the blessed moments along this journey where bonds transcend films. Fast X Part 2, just call it Fast 11. Fast X Part 2, written by Zach Dean, is going to hit you hard, hope to make you proud. All right. To not as big of a degree, and not as big of red flags and warning lights. This reminds me a little bit of, we've got a Madam Web movie coming, being brought to you by the writers of Morbius. It's not a good feeling. It's enough to turn stiff to flaccid. It's not a happy thought. It's not a happy thought. Now listen, Zach Dean also wrote a movie I actually kind of had some fun with. Remember that Chris Pratt movie, The Tomorrow War?
Oh, yeah.
That was on, where was that? Was that on Amazon?
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Amazon. Not everybody loved it, and I don't think it was one of the best things we saw that year, but I really didn't mind it. I didn't mind The Tomorrow War. I thought it had its upside, so that's fine. But he did the story for Fast 10. Not the full screenplay, but he did the story for it, and I think that movie was garbage. I think that movie was absolutely terrible. Why you go back to that, not to say that Zach Dean isn't capable of better. I'm not saying that. Everybody has a bad day at the office. Maybe Fast 10 was his. So I'm not saying he's not capable. It's not like he had this long list of failures that the writers of Madam Web and Morbius had. It's just, I think if you want to shake up a falling on your face movie like Fast 10, you just change things up. And I think that starts with getting a new writer. But whatever worked well with Vin Diesel, I suppose. So they're going back to Zach Dean. And I will leave my expectations at the door when I go in to see Fast 11. I
Good
will.
idea.
But for right now, I've given up. Right now, I don't have any belief Fast 11 has even a chance of being good.
I mean, unless, are they actually... God, Ray. Are they going for a smaller story like we thought? Because maybe this guy will actually write something that's really decent, and maybe it's those jump the shark moments he's just terrible at writing.
Yeah. Exactly.
I I don't think Zach Dean overall is a terrible writer. When I look, he has a very short filmography. I think he's got like, other than Fast, I think he's got like 3 films. And none of them were terrible, to be honest, other than Fast 10. It's just, again, one of those things where it's like him on Fast didn't work. So maybe shake it up and go in another direction.
Yeah.
Now, look, I'm with you. All the rumors we've had about Fast 11, maybe getting back to the basics, going, instead of being a 15-country global, we're super spies for the government.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, getting back to, hey, there's a heist and there's car racing. If you can get back to that, that's great. But I still really feel you need to shake things up and replace the writer. And if they're going to do this, as of right now, I really don't have any faith in Fast 11. Again, when the movie comes out, I will take that baggage that I have no belief in the film and I'll leave it at the door and I'll go in and judge the movie on its own merits. And hopefully it'll be great. But I got to tell you, I think this is the wrong move.
This is supposed to be the last one, right? At least that Vin Diesel is involved with.
Yes. So they say.
If they don't hit a home run on this, then if it's going to be the cap end of this franchise, then they better get it right, I think.
I certainly hope that they do. And I hope we get another Fast 5, 6, or 7, and maybe less Fast 9 or Fast 3. Tokyo Dirt. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to be fair. Tokyo Drift had its moments.
Yeah, all of it.
Didn't we watch it on TV? When we were in Vegas, it was on TV, remember?
And why did we keep watching it?
And we had it amazing. It's amazing. Because it had its moments.
You didn't change it. You didn't.
I was working. Usually, you were the one laying there watching
I know,
it.
but you could have easily changed it. I mean, but no one changed it.
We want to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. My favorite spring cleaning takeaway is the post-clean clarity you get. Wow, how have I been living like this? It's kind of like when you find out that you've been paying a fortune for wireless when Mint Mobile has phone plans for just $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. My last mobile service provider was quite good, but ever since I switched to Mint Mobile, I've enjoyed even better coverage, better phone clarity, and I'm paying less than 1/3 of what I paid to my old provider. Say goodbye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all of your existing contacts. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bills to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions may apply. See Mint Mobile for details. Anyway, it had its moments. Yeah. It had its moments. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I mean, granted, they were going to have the writer for Cloverfield Paradox, so maybe that isn't so great either, but I don't know. I think they needed to change up the writers. Maybe you disagree. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.